Aaron from abspersonaltraining.com. Just want to show you a video on how to squat. Now, squatting, one of the best movements you can do for developing lower limb strength, full body strength in total. We'll start at the bottom and we'll work up. First thing we need to look at is feet alignment. Now, generally speaking, you will develop most amount of force if your feet are in line with your hips. Having said that, you have to have good flexibility to be able to squat that low, squat full depth and keep your feet straight. So with that in mind, it doesn't matter where your feet are, whether they're forwards, whether they're out to the side, whether they're close, as long as your knees are in tracking with your lines. So what I mean by that is I don't want to put my feet here and allow my knees to do that. Okay, so if my feet are pointing out, my knees have to go out as well. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to bear in mind. Generally speaking, I would start with feet about shoulder width apart, turn the feet out slightly, and that you probably find quite comfortable. So, moving on from there, okay, we're going to look, let's say, at the knees. Okay, so moving, when we squat down, you initiate the movement via simultaneous hip flexion and knee flexion at the same time. So you don't want to get into the habit, you see a lot of people when they squat, of doing this. They're putting their bum out first, and then squatting down. All that's going to do is it's going to make your torso go forwards, and it's going to make you start to fall over. Okay? So it's simultaneous, knee and hip at the same time. So, a full depth squat means breaking parallel. Okay? So we're looking to do basically here, pull the shoulders back, squatting down as low as possible. Okay? Now, yes, that does require a massive amount of flexibility, so it's very important you're stretching your calves, stretching your hamstrings, stretching your hip flexors. But to get maximal glute activation, which is so important in your sporting environments, you have to be doing full depth squats. Okay? So, moving on to bar position. Okay? Now, in terms of bar position, generally speaking, I take a higher bar position. Get your hands as close as you can get them on the bar. Reason being, this is facilitating maximum scapular retraction. Okay? When you have your hands quite wide, you just tend to flop, okay? Your chest is collapsing in, and you're overshot. So bring your hands in close as you can get them. Bring your bar, sits across your traps. Your chest is up nice and vertical. Get in your squat position. Next thing is talk about breathing. Okay, now when you're doing any form of breathing on the squatting, very important you're holding your breath. This is going to increase your intra-abdominal pressure. So when I take a deep breath in, I don't want my chest raised, I don't want this. Okay, because all I've done there is I've raised my centre of gravity, it's going to make it harder to squat. I want to breathe in so my stomach expands. Just with a slightly longer, deeper breath than normal. Okay, so like this. And then I tense. Okay, don't tense too hard that it flexes your spine and makes you come down. It's just enough to keep yourself core engaged. Okay, so you're going to here, chest is up vertical, deep breath in. Okay, so show you from the side. Okay, full squat position, same thing, chest up, arms close, nice tight, squeeze your stomach. Okay, it's very important, one thing to notice is the shoes that I'm wearing. Okay, so these are proper lifting shoes. Very important you don't squat in trainers. Trainers, you might as well just squat on a mattress. Okay, they're going to compress and you're going to go over the place. Okay, you want solid ground. So, lifting shoes, plimsolled, Converse, something just solid with a shoe. Okay. Other than that, that's a squat. I'm Aaron Bolton from abspersonaltraining.com.